Today I'm going to be trying these mini Arancini balls, Margherita flavor. So they have mozzarella cheese and tomato sauce with saffron. It's Italian risotto in a ball, essentially. They weren't too expensive. Saw these for $7.97 at Walmart for 10 balls. They look pretty good, so I thought, why not? Let's give them a try. Before we get started, let's have a quick look at the ingredients and nutritional info. So these basically have no nutrition whatsoever. It's pretty much zeros across the board, but they're not too high in fat, not too high in sodium. They're just something to eat. The cooking instructions say to put it in the oven at 450 for 15 to 17 minutes, but I'm going to be putting them in the air fryer. Air fryer is just easier, heats up quicker. That's the route we're going to take here. Before we start cooking them, let's bring a ball in for a closer look. It's got a nice golden coating to it. Looks alright. I think these might taste pretty good. I'm going to put all 10 balls in the air fryer at 400 degrees for 15 minutes. Five minutes into cooking, we're going to have a quick check, and they're looking pretty good so far. They have a really nice golden color to them now. With 4 minutes to go, we're going to check on them one more time. Alright, all done. Let's have a look and listen to the sizzle. I'm going to try one and tell you what I think. Let's start with the outer crunch and the texture. So it does have a very nice crunch to the outside of it. It's very crispy and satisfying, and it holds up. It's not soggy. So crunch and texture is pretty good. I have no complaints with that. But that's for the outside. The inside, it's pretty sticky on the inside and also pretty dry. The rice is also not seasoned very well and it's bland, but I'll get into that a bit more when I talk about flavor. As far as the overall crunch and texture goes, the outside's great. I'll give the outside a 5 out of 5, but the inside is lacking with that sticky dryness, so it brings it down to a 3 out of 5. Now let's talk about taste and seasoning. So as you heard me say, it's pretty bland and dry on the inside. I didn't get a really good taste of any of the mozzarella or the sauce. You can taste the saffron, but that's not what I want to taste in this thing. I want to be able to taste bursts of flavor with sauce, cheese, and rice. And unfortunately, all three of those were lacking. It was basically just bland food with hints of saffron. It's very disappointing. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to give taste and seasoning a 0 out of 5. I was really hoping for more. Next, I'll talk about the cheese quality. So, there is mozzarella in here, but not enough. I wouldn't say it's rubbery. It's got a good consistency to it. It's nice and stretchy and gooey, but there isn't enough, like I said before. It doesn't blend well with the rice and the tomato because there just isn't enough cheese or tomato. It's mainly just rice. So cheese quality, I'm going to have to give that 2 out of 5, mainly because there just wasn't enough of it. As far as spiciness goes, these aren't spicy at all. So if you don't enjoy spice in your food, these are going to hit the mark for you. They're a 0 out of 5 on the spice level. As far as portion size, these are mini balls, but they're not a bad size for minis. Eat a few of them and you get pretty full. So portion size isn't too bad. They make a great snack or a side or a party food. Maybe I wouldn't call them a meal, but again, they're pretty filling, so no complaints there. I'll give portion size 4 out of 5. Why not? Value for money. So look, they're pretty cheap, all right? But I don't like them, so it's a really tough call for value for money. If these tasted good, I might say they're a 5 out of 5, but they don't taste good, and I'll never buy them again. So I feel kind of ripped off. I'm going to have to give value a 2 out of 5. Packaging and presentation. So it's really the packaging that hooked me in. I walked by them in the store, wasn't planning on buying them. When I saw them, I thought they might taste like authentic arancini balls. Boy, was I wrong. But again, that packaging looks pretty good. And even the balls on the outside look good. You saw when they were frozen, didn't look too bad. And even after they cooked, they looked great. I wish the taste would just match up with the way everything looked. But packaging and presentation, I'll give that a solid 4.5 out of 5. Next is smell and aroma. So when they're frozen, they don't smell like anything, so I'm not going to rate that. When they're cooked, they do have a little bit of a smell to them. You can get little hints of that risotto and a little bit of cheese. You can smell the saffron, but none of it's overpowering. It's a very light aroma. The smell doesn't necessarily draw you in. They smell kind of like how they taste. Bland. So I'm going to give smell a 2 out of 5. Uniqueness. These are not very unique. You can buy these almost anywhere. You can make them at home. There's all sorts of store-bought ones you can get, not just this brand. And they're not very good. If they were good, I might say they're very unique, but they're not good. So uniqueness is a 0 out of 5. Quality, that's also a 0 out of 5. I feel like these are just slapped together in some factory. They definitely taste processed. They probably didn't use any quality ingredients because of how bland they are. Again, really unfortunate. I was hoping for more. As far as my overall rating goes, I do not recommend these. Don't get hooked in like I did. Don't walk by them in an end cap and think, hey, these don't look too bad. Look at that packaging. It looks great. They're not great. Maybe if you paired them with a dip or something, it might liven up the flavor, but you shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to pair them with something else to make them taste good. So overall, I'm going to give these a 0 out of 5. Although the outside crunch was really good and they look good, I just can't get past the bland flavor. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.